one of the big sticking points in the debt debate has been over revenue. Republicans say they don't want any plan that raises revenue. Our next guest says, though, that he has a plan that even Republicans can live with. Bob Pozen is with us now. He is a senior lecturer at Harvard Business School. He's also chairman emeritus of MFS Investment Management. Bob, botched your title there. Glad to have you, though. One of the big sticking points has been this revenue issue. You have a 6-point plan, though. You outlined it in an op-ed in the Washington Post. You say ending ethanol subsidies is a good step one, but I'm just wondering about the political possibilities of that. That would hurt Republicans in the Midwest clearly. Is this really a possibility?
I think it is a possibility. Republicans at the core are against increases in rates. They don't want the top rate to go from 35% to 39%. But there are lots of aspects of the tax code that just don't make any sense. They're economically distortive. And even Republicans, in a spirit of compromise, which we're going to need to get this thing through, ought to recognize that there are some really unjustified parts of the tax code that could raise revenue if they were changed. And ethanol is a good example. It cost us about $60 billion over the next 10 years. It's energy inefficient. It actually cost us energy. We know that Brazilian ethanol
Bob,
is much cheaper and inefficient.
what Republican would agree to this?
Actually, we can see that there have been a number of preliminary votes on ethanol, and despite the fact that you obviously have a strong support in places like Iowa, a lot of Republicans are saying this is the sort of tax subsidy that really can't be justified. And so I think we're warming up to that. Another area we're warming up to is the mortgage interest deduction, not to cut it out, but to limit it.
Yeah, if you want to upset people fast, that's a quick way to do it.
No, but I mean, how can we justify, in the terms of home ownership, giving people interest deductions on their second or third homes? We can continue giving people deductions on their primary homes. But what about the second or third home? What about home equity loans? Are these really promoting home ownership? These are two examples, ethanol and interest on second and third homes, that really should appeal to all congressmen of any political party.
The bottom line is a libertarian, which seemed like what the Tea Party was kind of aligned with, should agree that tax policy shouldn't be used to influence decisions like purchasing a home, right? So do you think the Tea Party would get on board with some of these? Because they're obviously the sticking point in the Republican Party.
Yes, I think that you can be in favor of promoting homes, your primary home, through a mortgage interest deduction, and still be against giving interest deductions for second or third homes or home equity loans. It doesn't promote the goal that you say you're doing. So you don't even have to go that far of being a total libertarian. You could just say these are poorly designed tax subsidies. They aren't necessary to achieve the goal. We can cut $150 billion out of the mortgage interest deduction over 10 years by just targeting it on helping home ownership. We don't have to give up the goal of home ownership. We can do it for your primary home.